Yeah, hello everyone, good morning. Myself Muralidhar Reddy. I'm a DevOps consultant and solution architect. Now we are going to discussing about what is AWS calculator, why we use AWS calculator, where exactly useful this AWS calculator we will discuss now. Okay, for that one, right? First, what is AWS calculator? Remember, guys, AWS calculator, AWS pricing calculators, both are same only. This tool is provided by AWS team. Using this AWS calculator, right? Using this AWS calculator, we can estimate the cost of using AWS resources. Example, let's take example. You have a new project came. Okay, you wanted to build the infrastructure. Okay, for that one, you have to create the VPCs. You required create the NAT gateways. You require to create elastic IPs and also servers as well, EC2 instance with a specific instance type. Okay, everything, right? How much storage required, everything. So for that one, right, we can use the AWS calculator. Using that one, we can estimate and we can provide that estimation cost to the our manager or team lead so that they can idea about that, and then we can implement. We can create that our infrastructure. Okay, clear, right? And here it is particular using this AWS calculator, right? It will allow you to explore the AWS resources, configure them based on your requirements. Based on your requirement, we can configure it, and then we can estimate the monthly or hourly or yearly cost of your infrastructure on AWS. Remember, this AWS calculator is a free of cost. Without AWS account creation, also you can check it. That cost estimation cost of that particular AWS resources. Okay, and I will also show you. So before going to show you here, the tech wall with Murli AWS 0 to Hero series here in day 27, right? I already updated all the what exactly AWS calculator, what is the usage of that one, and what are the examples. I'm going to show you everything I have mentioned here. README files. Please have a look here. Okay, first thing, right? You can go to the Google and you can type it here, AWS calculator. Now here you can see that, right? AWS pricing calculator. Click this one, and here you can see that specific website. If you see here, estimate the cost of your architecture solution. Remember, again, I'm telling, if you want to be calculate estimation of your infrastructure, right? You don't require to log in AWS account. Without login also, you can use it this one. If you see here we have option create estimate, and here we have a search location type, whether region level, local zone, and first select the specific region, and then here there are multiple regions available based on your project using region, right? Select the specific region. Example, you are working in North Virginia, select the North Virginia. Okay, and here find the EC2 service, right? Here we can see the multiple EC2 services. We can type it EC2. Example, I require EC2 related one. Now here you can select the specific EC2 and click the configure. And here you need to select tenancy, what type of tenancy, shared or dedicated. We will be use the shared only. Which type of instance, whether you are going to create the Windows or Linux. Okay, depends on that one. We can configuring it, and we can select the specific instance type, and then you can see it here the monthly cost of that particular one. Remember, guys, I will show you that examples, different examples I already published here. That is, one is RDS calculation, how much estimation of that one. Okay, and also FSH related one, and also eBase volume, and also Windows server with SQL server standard one, and also how to, creation of S3 bucket, how much estimation for that particular buckets. Everything I have showcased here. Okay, once this after we can discuss later part one by one. Okay, remember one thing, we frequently receive the request from someone. Example, DBA team, they may request, they ask you to create a two Windows servers with so on 500 GB space. Okay, then what you have to do, right? First we need to check with either team lead or manager to get the approval. Then what team lead will ask, right? Team lead or manager will ask, hey Murli, can you please provide the estimation of these servers? Then what you have to do, you can use the AWS pricing calculator. Using this AWS pricing calculator, depends on we got the request, right? We can check it here, and we can provide the report to them. What they will do, right? They will review it, and then if once we get approval from team lead or manager, then we will be create the infrastructure. Okay, we will be create the infrastructure either manually or through Terraform. Usually, most of the organizations follow the Terraform only. Okay, we will be create the Terraform only. Okay. Understand that? What I'm saying here, first you should be understanding how do we generate, provide that estimation cost. For that one, we can use this particular AWS pricing calculator. One of the most important topic, this one, remember guys, because we frequently receive the request from different teams to create a different services. So directly we won't create. First, we need to see that how much it will cost, whether it is mandatory required or not. We'll be checked with them. Okay, and also we'll get the approval from our team leader manager. Then we'll be proceeded. Okay, clear? Any questions? I will also show you different example. As I said, RDS, FSH, volume, SQL. Okay, and also S3 bucket later part. Any questions now? Now we are going to discussing about cost estimation for Windows Server with SQL Server standard one. Let's take example. We receive the request from developer or DBA team. Okay, this is the DBA related SQL. It means DBA related. We receive the request from them, either mail or ticket. Hello, DevOps team. Okay. I hope you are doing well. Can you please create the EC2 instance following configuration? They are asking us to create a EC2 instances. Okay, in the US East 1 region, and that they are expecting the operating system is Windows Server with standard SQL Server standard 1. And they are expecting instance type is T3.x large. Okay, that is 4 CPU and 16 GB memory. And then number of instances, they require 3 instances. Each instance we need to add it 800 GB, okay, to the particular Windows. Okay, understand that? This is the requirement for them. So once we get the requirement from DBA team, what we have to do? First, we need to review this one and we need to discuss with our team lead or manager. Okay, manager or team lead, they may ask question, hey Murli, can you please send me the quotation for this? Quotation is nothing but how much it will be charged per month. Okay, now what you have to do, right? We need to use, we need to provide that particular estimation for this whatever T3.x loss for 3 instances with storage is 800 GB for each instance. Okay, for that one, right, go to the Google. We can use AWS calculator. Okay, AWS calculator. Okay, using this AWS calculator, okay, we can provide the estimation. Remember guys, only we are getting directly request from DBA and don't create it directly. You need to discuss with either team leader manager. You need to get the approval. Then you have to proceed. Okay, for that one, right, if you provide the estimation of this particular server so that they can understand, okay, this much billing will happen this month extra because of this whatever we are creating. Okay, for that one, go to the AWS calculator. Here you can see that calculator.aws. Click this one. Okay, now here once you click this one, right, here you have option create a estimate. Click this one. Okay, here you have to select whether you want to be search by location type or search by all the services. Select the location type. Here you have to select the region, okay, or local zone, okay, wavelength zone. Select the region, and here most important, okay, in our organization, example, in our organization, we are using North Virginia, US East. Select the US East. In case if they requested for different region, right, you can select the specific one. Remember one thing, each region, it may contains little bit pricing per different slightly. So you have to select the proper one. Example, I'm selected the North Virginia. Okay, fine. Now it's fine, right? Now here they requested EC2 instance, right? Windows Server. It is under EC2. Just search with find service, search with EC2. Here you can see that EC2, right? Okay, come down. Here you have option configure. Click this configure. Okay, now once we configure, right, now here you can see the tenancy. We always choose that shared instances only. We won't choose any dedicated instances, dedicated host. Select the shared instances. And here very most important, operating system. What operating system they are expecting? Windows Server with SQL Server standard. Okay, for that one, right, just expand this. Here you can see that one, right, Windows Server with SQL Server standard. Select this one. Okay, now once you select this one, it will be populate all the instances, and you can workload, right, constant usage only, and here number of instances we required 3 instances, right? Select the 3 instance. Okay. Now here, if you observe here most important, what type of instance family, how many VPCs and how many memories you required. They requested T3.x large is nothing but 4 CPUs, 16 GB RAM. For that one, right, just uncheck this one. Okay. Now you can search here with this name T3.x large. Sometimes, right, they won't give this particular instance type. They will be just raise that like, hey, we require 4 GB and 16 GB. Based on that one, you can choose it here. Example, they have given the details T3.x large. Select this one. If you see here, you can select this particular instance type. Okay, that is a 4 CPU, 16 GB RAM. Okay, understand that? Now what you have to do, come down. Here, most important payment options. Here we have a complete saving plan, EC2 instance saving plan, on-demand plan, spot instance plan, depends on use cases. Okay, usually when you are giving, right, we can give the on-demand. Okay, on-demand, but in real time, right, we may already taken complete saving plan or EC2 instance plan, depends on 1 year or 3-year plans. When we create a EC2 instance, I mean AWS account, right, during that time, in real time I'm talking about, during that time we discussed with our AWS manager. So we discuss with them, and then they can, we will take that either complete saving plan and EC2 instance saving plan. Depends on that one. We always choose the specific one. If we choose this complete saving plan, right, we have a EC2 target lambda can use up to it is 66%. And if you use the EC2 instance saving plan, right, it will be 72%. You can get it. But here, right, only you have to do the specific instance family. Okay, that is this one only, instance family. Okay, instance family is nothing but T3 is the instance family. Here you can see that one, right? Depends on that one. Usually, mostly we'll be choose this one, complete saving plan, because you can create any instance family. Okay, but if you choose the EC2 instance, only it will be specific. Example, you have to create only T3 related, so that you will get the 72% discount. But if you use the M4, right, it won't be considered this EC2 instance saving plan. That is the problem. So anyway, currently I'm selecting the on-demand. Here it is asking that uses 100% because our SQL servers always needs to be run, right? That is the DB. Okay, fine. Now we can come down. Here you have to check it here. Here you can see the EBS, Elastic Block Storage. Click this one. Here you can come down. The storage for each instance, whether you want to choose GP3 or GP2, I01, I02, depends on use cases. Currently, most trending one, we are using GP3. Select the GP3. IOPS, general purpose IOPS, you can give if you want. And throughput also you can give it for Mbps. Okay. Example, I'm giving here 3000. Okay. And here you can see that this is also 100 Mbps. Okay. Per volume. Now you can come down here. Most important, storage amount. How much? You have to give the 800. Remember, guys, you have to give the 800. So 800 means is nothing but per instance it is 800. Okay. Now you can come down if you want to be enabling any enable detail monitoring CloudWatch. You can enable this one. Depends on it will be chargeable, and also you can see the data transfer. Okay, and also you can see the additional cost as well if you have anything. Okay, these things, these are the options you have to select. Now once we selected here, right, we selected a tenancy, operating system, and also instance type, and also we selected the volume as well. Everything's fine. Now what you have to do, right, here you can see the show details. Here you can see that how much chargeable for EC2 instance for 3. It is a $1,576. Okay, for EBS volume, right? Per month, $192 for all 3 EBS volumes. Okay, understand that? Now what you have to do, just if you want to be save and view the summary, you can click this one, save and view the summary. Now you can see it here, right? Per month it is 1,700. Per year it is 21,000. It is 21,000. Okay, understand that? Now what we will do, right? Whatever we generated, this is fine. Now what you have to do, just select this particular one. Okay, now you can go to the export and you can export to the PDF or CSV file. Example, I'm exporting to, okay, PDF file. Just click this one. Okay, now it will be generate the PDF, and then here you can see it, right? Now here you can see it, whatever we selected, what is the instance type, and also it will give the description as well. Now what we'll do, right? We can save it, not print. We can save this particular one. Okay. Save as, and then you can save it this one. And then what we will do, right? Whatever we generated this report, right? We will be sent to our manager. Example here, our manager or team lead, just, and then what he will do, right? He will be review this particular whatever we prepare, send that particular estimation, right? Once he will review, once he will review, if he's okay with that, then we will be start to creating this EC2 instance. Depends on either manually or using Terraform or CloudFormation, depends on whatever in your organizations are using. Okay, understand that? Directly don't create whenever you get the request, right? Don't create directly. You have to get the approval. Okay, understand that? How do we estimate each Windows server with SQL Server standard? Same for EC2, any EC2 instance. Let's take example. You can add service, and here you can see that one more service. If you want to be see it here, just example, you can select the EC2. In case if you require if you required Windows, right, Linux, right, just whatever, just configure. Now here you can see the operating system, it is a Linux. Select this. Whatever you required, you can select here. There are a lot of Linux with SQL, Red Hat, everything you can able to see it here. Okay. Number of instances also you can see it here. How many instances? Depends on that. We can select the specific. You can uncheck this one. And here you can see that total 805 instance types are available. In case if you require specific one, 8 CPU and only 32 GB 32 GB memory. So it will be show only like those things. Okay, understand, right? Depends on use cases, we'll be use it. Sometimes, right, we may ask to them, okay, we may ask to them, they are using very high, right? So we may ask them, why can't we use 2 CPs and 8 GB memory? Okay, can you please give me business justification for this one? Also, we can ask them, why you guys are creating 3 instances? What are the purpose of creating? Okay, this type of questions we can ask it. Okay, and once we get the approval, right, we need to ask them what are the names we have to give it, and then we can ask where exactly we are going to create. Okay, which account, whether it is production, what is the name of instance name. Okay, and also once we can create it, right, we need to add that particular server in domain. Okay, I already shown that AD domain, we have to add it for Windows servers. Okay, understand, right? This is a process. In case if you have any questions, right, you can directly reach out to this Ganda Suresh Babu. He is the DBA guy. Okay, he will be provide the more details. Okay, understand, right? Any questions now? So the one of the most important, we frequently receive the request from DBA. Okay, then we our team leader manager frequently ask that estimation of the particular whatever they requested. Once we provide, they will review it. Then once they are okay with that, we will be we will get the approval. Then we can start creating that using Terraform or manually or CloudFormation, some other tools, whatever they are using in organization level. Okay, in current most trending, most of the organizations are using Terraform to create the infrastructure in AWS. Okay, fine. Any question now? Now we are going to discussing about AWS EBS volume cost estimation. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. Let's take example. We receive the request from DBA team. Okay, they are saying like they are requested to add the particular EBS volume to the prod Windows server. They have provided that server name as well, and also how much size we need to add it, 100 GB. Where we need to add mount, we have to add it this particular 100 GB to the D drive. Okay, this is the production. So we can directly, we can directly add this particular volume size. But before going to add it volume size to the production, right? What you have to do, first we need to check with either our team lead or manager. Okay, we need to discuss with them. Hey, Suresh, example, our team lead is Naresh. Okay, hey, Naresh, just now we got that request from DBA team. They're requesting us to add that 100 GB to the Windows server. So our manager will ask the question to us, hey, can you please send me the estimation of this one? Now what we have to do, right? First we have to prepare the estimation how much it will be per month charge. So depends on that one. Okay, they can, I mean, once we get the approval from our manager, then we can add it. Okay, fine. Now what you have to do, now you can go to the AWS calculator. Using this AWS calculator, we can create the estimation. Okay, you can click this calculator.aws, right? You can click this one. Okay, here you have an option create a estimate. Okay, you don't equal to log into the AWS account, remember guys. Now here you have option region. You need to select the specific region. In our case, right, North Virginia. Okay. Now here most important, what we need to check it here. Find the service, right? EBS is the one of the service, right? Type it EBS. If you see here, Amazon block storage, okay, you can come down, configure it. And here we already select a region and specific, and also here number of values. How many values we require? They requested only one server, that is 100 GB. That's why you can select only one. Okay. And then this particular volume, are you attaching always, I mean, 24/7? Yes. That's why you can keep it per month, 730 hours. Okay. Then here most important, which one we need to create. This one we need to decide. DevOps team needs to decide, not the DBA team. Okay, here you can select either GP3, IO1, IO2, depends on. But especially in our case, right, most of the organizations are using GP3 because GP3 it will support both IOPS and throughputs, and also compared to other things, GP3 is little bit less pricing part as well. That's why we select the GP3. Okay, clear, right? And here most important, storage amount per value. Okay, how much storage they requested? They requested 100. They requested 100 GB. Okay, they requested 100 GB. And here, provisioning IOPS per value. IOPS is 3000. You can keep it. That is fine. Throughput is 125. That is fine. Here, most important, depends on you selected the snapshot frequency, right? It will be monthly cost will be high. Now depends on if you are going to take a snapshot for this particular values. Okay, daily 2 times. Okay, if you select a daily 3 times, it will be charged extra. If you daily 3x is nothing but daily 3 times, it may like every 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. If you take daily 6 times, it means like 1 day is equal to 4 hours, right? It means, I mean 24 hours, right? It means 6 times means every 4 hours if you are taking the backup. I mean, taking the snapshot. You can select no snapshot storage. Okay. We won't take for all the EBS volumes taking the snapshot. Depends on use cases. If any EBS volume is critical one, database related one. Okay. That is a production. We'll be take it for not for all. Okay. Now we have selected the snapshot frequency. And here, if you have any fast snapshot restore, you can select here. Remaining we don't record, you can ignore that one. Now if you observe here, we selected 100 GB. We selected 100 GB. It means, right, per month it is $8. Per month it is $8. It is happening. Now we inform to our manager team lead just to save one view, and then per month is $8, per year is $96. We need to inform to our team lead like, hey, for adding this 100 GB, it will be charged per month is $8. Okay, is it fine? Once now what you have to do, just select this one and go to that export, and you can export the PDF file and you can share to them. Okay, it is exporting. Now here you can see it here, right? How much per month, everything. Here also you can give the see the configure summary as well. Okay, everything. If we see here, one volume that is 100 GB throughput. IOPS is 3000, throughput is 125 Mbps. Okay, clear, right? Now what you have to do, you can save this one. Once save this particular one, you have to inform to, I mean, you can save this particular one too. You can give it here, AWS EBS estimation. Okay. Now what you have to do, right? You can provide this particular one to our team lead or manager. Okay. Now you can see it here. Then he will review this one, what exactly, everything, configuration part, everything. Once we get the approval, right, we can add the particular EBS file into this particular WP. W is nothing but Windows, P is nothing but production. Okay, WP DB server. So we'll be added and we'll be informed to DBA team, either over the email or over the Jira. If we have any ticket, right, over the ticket, we will be updated. Okay, some of the use cases, right, they may ask 100,000 GB, 2 terabytes, 3 terabytes, right? During that time, we need to get the justification, business justification, why we are going to use added that much space. Okay, why can't we use it less instead of using 2 terabytes? Okay, what is the purpose? Based on that one, we will be take the action. Okay, understand that? Any questions now? Okay, everything, whatever steps email related, right? I have put it in our tech call with Murli, AWS 0 to Hero, okay, GitHub repo. You can have a look as well. Okay. Now we are going to discussing about cost estimation of AWS RDS MySQL. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So let's take example. We got the request from DBA team saying that, hey, DevOps team, can you please create the AWS RDS with the following configuration in US East 1 region. They are requesting Amazon RDS for MySQL, and then instance type is DB M4 2x large, and the number of nodes we have to create a 3, and then we have to choose the storage is 100 GB. Okay, that is a GP3. Now, what you have to do, right? Once we get the request, either mail or either any ticket, example Jira, Rally. Okay, usually in real time, majorly it will be using Jira. Okay, we will get the request. Now, once we get the request, right, don't directly create this particular RDS cluster. First, you need to discuss with your manager or team lead. Why do you require to discuss? Because it is cost, right? So if you directly creating without informing to your manager or team lead, right? If any next month the bill will be increased. During that time, they will check it why it is bill increased. If they see it here, we have created 3 nodes, the particular RDS. That is the reason it is increased. They may ask question who created, why without taking the approval, how created. They can ask this type of questions. That's why you have to check with team lead or manager before creating this one. Okay. Now, example, you discuss with your manager. Your manager said, hey, Murli, can you please provide that estimation cost for this particular one, monthly wise? Then what you have to do, right? Go to the AWS calculator. Here you can select this one. Okay. Now you can come down, create an estimate. Okay. Here, select that region specific, North Virginia. Here, most important, you can type it RDS. If you type it RDS, right, you can see it for RDS for Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, and also you can see it here, MariaDB, MySQL, Oracle. Now, in our case is MySQL, right? Select this one, configure. Now here, once we select that one, right, you have to choose how many nodes. In our case, 3, right? 3 nodes required. Okay. Now here, if you see here how much utilization, 100% it will be utilized because this whatever DB, right, it should be run 24/7. And one more thing here, most important, the particular instance type, the DB type. Okay, here you have to select that whatever they requested. They requested db.m4.2x large. Okay, now you can give it here. If you see here, 8 CPU, 32 GB memory. Okay, now you can select that one. 8 CPU, 32 GB memory. Now here utilization is fine. Here most important, you have selected 3 nodes, right? It means it is multi-agent only. Multi-agent. Remember guys, especially for production, right? We always choose the multi-agent. Agent is nothing but available zone. Okay, fine. Single agent is nothing but single available zone. Usually we will be choose the multi-agent, and here pricing model is we always choose the on-demand only. Select this one, and here show calculation. You can see it here. Total 3 instances. Okay, per hour it is 1.4 USD dollars into 100% utilization per month into 730 hours. It is nothing but $3,066. Remember, whatever we are getting these dollars, right? Without tax. Okay, without tax. Understand that? In case if you are using RDS proxy, you can give it here. In case if you are using storage, okay, whether how much storage? GP3, right? Select this particular GP3 and they request how much? 100 GB. Okay, minimum they requested 100 GB. Select this particular 100 GB. In real time, right? It for production, it may contains 1000 GB, 2 terabytes, 3 terabytes, depends. Okay, but example I'm selected here. We got the request 100 GB. Okay, now here also you can see it here 100 GB into per hour. This one 3 instances. It means $69 per month. Okay, $69 per month. Understand that? Now you can come down if you are enabling a specific RDS performance insights. Okay, if you want to be select that RDS extended support if you required or not. Okay, everything you can see it here. Okay, now what you have to do once you selected everything is nodes, instance type, and also here you can select utilization, deployment type, everything. Now what you have to do, just save and view summary. Now here you can see it here, right? Per month it is $3,397 and per year it is around $40,000. Okay, understand that? Once we get this one, what you have to do, select this one. Okay, specific service if you want, just export. You can click the PDF, click OK. Okay, export PDF, click OK. Okay, now what you have to do, right? It will be generated. You can save it in your local save. And here I'm giving AWS RDS estimation. Okay, now once we estimated, right, what you have to do, go to here. Now you can open this and you can review this one. Okay, whether you selected correct or not. In config summary, right? Total 100 GB, each RDS instance, general purpose, and nodes are 3, instance type this one. Okay, utilization 100%, and the deployment option we selected multi-agent. Okay, pricing model is on demand. Okay, understand that? Now we have selected this one, fine. Now, once we done this estimation, right, you have to share this one to your team lead or manager. Okay, your team lead or manager. Once it is done this one, right, what you have to do? Okay, once we provide these details to your manager, your manager will be reviewed. Once he give the approval, you can start to create a RDS cluster. For creating the RDS cluster, right, you will ask them to DBA team. Okay, what is the name? Okay, where exactly we need to create it, whether it is production or not. Those things will be use it. I mean, we will be asked on demand, and then we will be created either manually or creating using Terraform script. Okay, understand that? You may ask question here, Murli, why do we why they are reachouting DevOps team only? Why they can't be created from their end DBA team? In most of the organizations, right? DevOps, CloudOps, or SRE team only handling all the infrastructure related. Okay, DBA team, they won't create their own RDS clusters. They have to raise the ticket, okay, with DevOps team, so that we will be reviewed. Then we will be create the particular RDS cluster for them. Okay, understand that? Any questions now? Any questions? Okay, one of the most important, guys, frequently we receive the request from DBA team only, either adding EBS volume, creating the RDS cluster, creating the Windows servers skill related. Okay, frequently we receive the request from them. Okay, you have to be prepare the estimation, then you have to discuss with your manager, and then once you get the approval, you can create a whatever example RDS cluster. Okay, understand that? Any questions now? And on sometimes, again I'm telling, sometimes, right, they are using DB M4.2x lot, right? It is more expensive one. We may ask the question justification, business justification. Why are we going to use this 8 CPU and 16 GB? Why can't we use 2 CPU and 4 GB? Okay, any specific reason? Which environment? Okay, we can ask this type of questions. Depends on they provided the info. We can decide whether we go with this particular instance type or whether we go with specific low 2 CPU, 4 GB like that. Okay. Now we are going to discussing about cost estimation for AWS FSL. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. Okay, let's take example. We got the request from someone saying that, can you please set up a AWS FSS for Windows file server with the following specification. For that one, right, this is Amazon FSS for Windows file server, and then deployment type is multi-agent, and storage type is whether it is SSD or HD. Okay, this the type is SSD, and the storage is 500 GB. Okay, once we get this request from someone, right, example Vinod Kumar. Now what you have to do, especially we'll get this file system related from TechOps team. Okay, we need to set up from our end. And for that one, right, what you have to do, first we need to discuss with our manager at team lead. Hey, we got this request from TechOps team or somewhere, Vinod Kumar. He's saying like we need to create, set up that FSS. Is it fine to create? Immediately your manager at team lead will ask the question, hey Murli, can you please provide estimation for this one before going to create? Then what you have to do? Now what you have to do? Go to the Google and you can type it like AWS calculator. Using this AWS calculator, we can check the estimated cost per monthly wise. Okay, example you can select here. Now we have selected this one. Now here create estimate. Okay, here most important, what is the region, what is the specific North Virginia, right? Now we can come down. Okay, you can come down here, find service. Here you have to select the FSH. Now if you see the FSH, right, we have a multiple last, we have a multiple NetApp and also OpenZFS, and here most important thing in our case is Windows file server. Select this one. Okay, now here whether you are going to create a single available zone or whether you are going to create the multi-agent. Example, it is a production, that's why they're requesting multi-agent. We are creating the multi-agent. Okay, and here storage type is right, whether is it SSD or HDD. In our case, it is SSD. Select this SSD, and here desired storage capacity, how much storage I'm giving here, right? 500 GB, right? We got the request from them. It is a 500 GB. Okay. Now here duplication saving, right? Just give it a 0. Okay. We don't have any duplicate data. Just give it. And here provision SSD IOPS, it is automatic or user provision. Usually we select that user provision only. It means like we will be increase our storage if it is full. Okay. We'll set up that notification. If it receive any, once it is full, right, we'll get the notification. Okay, now clear, right? Now we selected 500 GB. Now if you observe here, the cost is 151 GB, sorry, $151 per month. Okay, now we have prepared that estimation. Now click the save and view. Okay, here you can see that one, right? Amazon FSS and how much per monthly. Okay, you can see it here. And also you can see it here, monthly cost and also total 12 months cost as well, $1,812. This is approximately $1 or $2 different. Okay, understand that? Now we set up this one, fine. Now what you have to do, select this particular service and then go to that export, okay, PDF, and then okay. Now it will be download our PDF. Okay, whatever we created this one. If you see here, now you have to save it, save as PDF, and here you can give it AWS FSH estimation. Okay, once we done right, what you have to do, we have to give this particular estimation to our team lead or manager. Once they will review, right, here you can see, once they will review, right, if they are okay, they will approve it. Then we have to create this particular FSH either manually, either Terraform, depends on organizations are following. Usually most of the organizations, they will be create this particular FSH using Terraform only. So we have to create a Terraform. If you're not existing that particular Terraform script, right, we may need to write our own Terraform script using modules and other things. So then we have to create a FSS cluster and then we can give to them. Okay, during that creation part, right, we can ask them like what is the name we have to give it everything. They can provide inside the ticket only. Usually in real time, majorly we'll be using Jira Rally. Okay, in the Jira Rally, you can ask them directly, comment that so that they can respond for more details. Okay, understand that? And one more thing, guys, we selected only, selected only Amazon FSL. In case if you want to add one more, what you have to do that? Add service And here, example, I'm selecting EC2. Okay, EC2, Amazon EC2. Okay, now here once we create a right, you can select the Linux only. Here I selected T3.medium. Example, you can see T3.medium. Now you can select this one, and the remaining part is fine. Just select that on demand and save and add. Okay. Now if you go here, view summary. Now here you can see that 2. Okay. For creating the estimation, right, you can select a multiple. Okay, and you can export this all at a time. Okay, depends on your use cases. Like if you get a different request, right? For FSH, we can create a separate one. For EC2, we can create a separate one. For RDS, we can create a separate estimation and we can provide to them. Okay, single PDF also you can add it all and we can send also. Depends on use cases. We'll be create whether we need to create a single estimation for all the services. Okay, fine. Any questions now? Now we are going to discussing about AWS S3 cost estimation. Okay, let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. Let's take example. We got a request from developer saying that, hey DevOps team, can you please create a S3 bucket with the following configuration in the US East region? Okay, the bucket name is example. The bucket name is Techol with Murli financial data. This is one of the bucket name they requested. And then they are requesting in S3 standard and how much data per month. It will be 1,000 GB per month. It will be stored. Okay. Example here we have only one bucket, but in real time, right, it may contain 2 to 3 buckets. We can create it and we can give it. But the thing is, we need to ask them how much storage approximately per month, how much it will be stored the data, how much objects, I mean, anything, data, PDF file, everything, how much data it will be stored per month. Example, they said like 1,000 GB. Now, we are discussing with our team leader or manager saying like, hey Murli, can you please estimate this one and send to me how much per month it will be charged. Okay, now what you have to do, right, for that one, go to the AWS calculator. You can go to the calculator.aws. Okay, here you can select create estimate. Okay, here region and choose a region is North Virginia. Okay, in your case, if anything. Okay, now you can type the S3. Okay, you can see it here, right? Find services S3, Amazon simple service, storage service, click the configure. Here, S3 standard, you can data transfer, you can uncheck it. S3 standard or S3, depends on. They requested for S3, right? If they wanted to access the data frequently, we will be use the S3 standard only. Okay. Now here, most important, as they said, right, per month it is 1,000 GB. Per month is 1,000 GB. It means like if you see here, $23 per month. And also here, how will data will be moved into the S3 standard? Whether it will be stored via put, copy, post, request to S3 standard, or just it is inside the particular S3 bucket. Just one time we are storing the 100 GB, 1,000 GB. Depends on. Okay. Example, I'm selecting put, copy, post, request. Okay. Now you can see it here, right? And also it is asking like object size, minimum object size. Example, you can give it minimum object size is 2 MB. Yeah, you may not require this option. Just I'm telling like how exactly, what exactly we need to estimate. I mean, when you are coming to the AWS calculator, right? How do we choose that one? Okay. In case if you want to give that put, copy, post, list request to the S3 standard. Okay. How many requests will come? Okay. Both get select also how many requests will come also we have to give it. Okay, understand that? Remaining part we don't require. Now you can see it here, right? You can see it here S3 standard monthly $23 and also S3 standard cost upfront. It is a 2.56 because we have selected this option, right? Put, copy, post, right? That's why it is. Okay. Now once we done, right, you can save and view the summary. Now here you can see it here, right? Per month it is a $23. Per year it is a $278.56. Okay, understand that? Once it is done, right, just select this one specific service, whatever, go to the export and the PDF and export this particular one and save it in your local. Okay. And then what you have to do, right? You have to share this particular one, AWS S3 estimation. You have to share this particular estimation to your team lead or manager, and then they will review it. If they said okay, then we have to create our bucket name with this one, standard this one, okay? And they will be store the data. Okay, understand it? And again, just I'm showing this one as well, S3 standard. Now here you can see it here, right? Description also. Okay, S3 standard 100 GB, S3 standard average object size is 2 MB. Okay, clear, right? But this is the process of calculating the estimation of that particular S3. Depends on that one. We can ask them, I mean, in case if they're saying 1000 GB per month, right? It is storing the data. We may ask the question like why it is taking, is it manually we are adding, or either we are storing any data related to specific application. Okay, what type of things we need to storing depends on that one, whether we need to choose the standard or standard IA. Okay, if they are frequently retrieve the data, right? We have to use the standard. If they are not frequently retrieve the data, we can use the standard IA. Okay, depends on use cases. Understand that? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn, Instagram, Telegram, and also we have a Tech Call with Murli YouTube channel. You can subscribe there to get more updates, and also we have a techcallwithmurli.com website. Okay, in this website, I already published all the DevOps related courses, DevOps, AWS, Kubernetes, Terraform, logging, and monitoring help. If anyone planning to enroll the course, you can use DevOps 50 coupon code to get 50% discount. This is a limited offer only. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in next video.